The next call we're going to talk about is rattling. I've got 3 devices with me today that I might use on any given day in the season. We're going to talk about which ones I use, how to use them, and maybe when to use them. The first one I want to talk about is actually rattling antlers. These are a fake antler, but they're very realistic sounding. I personally don't like to cut up the bucks that I've shot in the past, and I don't find enough sheds in a year to make a set of rattling antlers out of real horns. I found these to sound almost exactly like a real set of horns. When I use this is usually about the 3rd week of October. The first does are just starting to come into estrus. I mean, the very first does of the year, and those bucks are cruising. And just much like the grunt call, they're looking to fight. And when they hear a fight, they think a doe is nearby, and a lot of times a rattle will bring them in. I'll just demonstrate real quick how I use this, and I'm going to slap these together a little bit, and you can see them sound real. When I'm using these, typically I blind call every 20-30 minutes. Just kind of give a short rattling sequence. I might rattle for 30 seconds, 40 seconds, a minute, and then I'll give it a 20-minute rest, 30-minute rest, and go back at it again. And after I get done rattling, I spend a lot of time scanning the woods, and I'm looking for that buck, because usually they come either sneaking in or they come running in. Another thing you have to do is make sure you don't call too much, because you can over rattle. When a buck is in close and you hit these antlers together, he's going to be able to pinpoint where you're at, whether you're on the ground or up in a tree. The second style of rattling I want to talk about is with a rattle bag. This is my own personal preference. This is what I prefer when I'm out in the field. It's compact. I can fit this in a pack. And also, I think this is a very realistic sounding call. It's very easy to use. You stick it between your hands and just back and forth, just like that. I think that sounds an awful lot like a buck. And when I'm done with this, again, I can wrap this back up and I can stick this in my pack and it's out of the way.